Remember, don't like, share, or subscribe. What are you trying to do? Blow up the channel or something? I got enough on my plate. And welcome back to Flatline. Hope you're enjoying success and health, wealth and happiness. Let's get into the Vibration Sisters. This week on Flatline, let's get busy.
And you educate people on what?
Philosophy, like anything that, not just philosophy, but just, and like I said, how I was talking to you about red flags. I was not aware of the red flags in men, so we also educate like red flags in people or in relationships, and how the aftermath of trauma in a relationship. How can you grow after being traumatized? How can you grow?
What kind of philosophy?
Like what's called Stoicism. And
wait,
like,
Stoicism or solipsism?
No, Stoicism. Sorry if I'm saying it right. It's wrong.
Stoicism?
Yes, Stoicism, and like different philosophies.
You sure you're not teaching them solipsism?
No, why would you say that? Wait, what?
Okay, I was just curious.
No. Just about like the mind and like how to like elevate one's mindset and vibration from low frequency to high frequency.
What does that
Well,
mean?
that sounds like esotericism.
No, it means low vibrational is like talking about things like, like she was saying earlier, like she had to have those pep talks with herself saying, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, and to go see him. Those are like low vibrational thoughts, and you're supposed to listen to the high vibration, like I'm better than this, I can do great things, I'm here for a reason, I want to be alive, I want to fulfill my destiny.
All right, so let's talk about the Vibration Sisters here. So these two gals who, in previous videos that I've done, they believe that they are 10s. A little bit of further background on them reveals that they're in their early 20s. They're not in a relationship. Sounds like they've never been in long-term relationships, yet they are potentially, prospectively, guiding people in the world and teaching them, I guess you might say, life coaching techniques and whatnot, all based in pseudoscience, if you want to say pseudoscience, talking about vibrations, vibration this, vibration that. None of that is rooted in rational science that, if you're in a good mood and you're happy and you're motivated and you have a positive outlook on the world, that there is a vibrational sensation to your being that tends to be measured and resonates versus people that have low self-esteem, poor self-perception, low confidence, are negative individuals. And they have a low vibration, according to these two. I don't know how one measures that. Maybe you have to measure your thetans, perhaps. Or maybe perhaps, you're running a temperature. Or, maybe perhaps, you could just look at the person and see them vibrating. I have no idea. Because all of this is just nonsensical feelings-based evaluation and assessment. I don't know where they're coming up with this stuff, but evidently they are guiding and coaching people. They themselves who live a life of hubris and arrogance and obnoxiousness, and it's seen throughout this entire episode of the Whatever podcast with these two on it. But we're focusing on these two talking about life coaching essentially and vibration, how they help people to find that in themselves, that they can be everything they can as long as they tap into their vibrations. So let's see how deep this stupidity on rabbit hole goes.
I don't understand how that's linked in together with Stoicism at all.
That has everything to do with Stoicism, because Stoicism
Can you explain it to
I am
me?
explaining it right now. It has to do with Stoicism because
It would seem to be that her stoicism, her low vibration, her negative energy is just all over the place. So she gets triggered in this moment that Andrew has a question. Sorry to interrupt your prophetic wisdom.
people in Stoicism believe that life should be peaceful and that everything has a reason in a positive manner. So everything correlates with Stoicism to high vibration. Like, for example, like if you see a situation...
Can you tell me which of the great Stoic philosophers talked about vibrational frequencies?
Well, it's like, for example, for someone...
Hang on. I would like an answer to my question.
Yes.
Can you tell me which great Stoic philosophers talked about vibrational frequencies?
I'm not sure.
Maximus?
What did he say about vibrational frequencies?
He talked about the state of
So wait,
mind.
Maximus what?
I cannot remember his last name at the moment, but...
Maximus Delius Aurelius?
No, that's not his name.
Was he the father to a murdered child?
No, I'm sorry.
Was he
Two different people.
husband to a murdered wife,
talking
and he's
about
going to
two
have his
different people.
revenge in this life or the
You
next?
just are making someone's name up. That's not accurate.
Oh, like a cat playing with a piece of yarn. Low functioning life form. Can't even know quoting of a movie.
Wait, are we asking who the author?
He's just like.
Wait, have you
trolling.
guys?
No, I was cracking a joke. That's
Yeah, I
true.
know.
But I was quoting Gladiator just because I thought it was funny. But
Oh,
It was funny, Andrew. It was funny. But this is what happens when you surround yourself with low vibrating humanoids.
wait, stoicism.
Maximus, the vibrational frequency
He's
guy.
talked about the
Maximus who?
mindset of the brain, and they did tests with human beings when it comes to like talking and depression, people with depression and people who are like successful in their careers who have depression and they don't have depression, and they like tested the people in the room and the people who spoke so highly about others, and they had this positive posture in mind that everything that they would say out their mouth was something positive, versus the people who were depressed, they would look at life and say, oh, life sucks, I don't want to be here.
Before we jump to modern
That's low
sociological
vibrational
science
thoughts.
experiments, can you tell me which Stoic philosophers
did.
you're referencing? Yeah, what was his name again?
I just told you, if you couldn't remember, you should have wrote it down.
I can't remember. What is
Okay,
it?
well, I'm sorry, you should have wrote it down.
Do you see the arrogance? Do you see the obnoxious behavior? Do you see the hypocrisy? If these people are supposed to be so rooted in their stoic, positive, uplifting vibrations, well, they should be able to parry that real easy against Andrew. But no, it's because they are just, they're just peddling an illusion. They are charlatans, right? They are just selling snake oil to lower confidence, poor self-esteem, probably unattractive people, because they're not unattractive, they're attractive girls. So they could peddle this kind of nonsense. They're not peddling it to Andrew. They're certainly not peddling it to me. Their whole logic is completely thrown out the window by the mere fact they've only lived to their early 20s. I, who lived twice that amount of time, I could tell you about a lot of people that have very negative energy, that are very polarized, that are like masturbating with a sandpaper glove to spend time with, and they are the most successful people in all the world. So it kind of negates any kind of idea or supposition of thought, postulate of reference to your idea that you have to have this positive mindset and high vibration to be successful in this world. It certainly helps. It makes you to have a better life where you're happier, healthier, and have low stress, and sure, nicer people will want to hang around you. But I know a whole lot of people with negative energy and a lot of money that are the apple of many people's eyes because they have the most important color in this world, which is green.
Can you tell me one more
No.
time?
No. You have to pay
Why
me for
not?
that. You have to
Why
pay
won't
me
you
for
just
that.
tell me who the philosopher is?
You would have to pay me or go to school for that. I'm so sorry.
Well, I wasn't sitting here, so why don't you tell me?
I don't really want to continue this conversation.
Well, so I don't know.
I know, but we really do want to continue the conversation. Can you tell us who the philosopher was?
I just said his name is Maximus. I cannot say remember
Maximus
his last
what?
name.
I'm really losing my patience with these two. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the charlatan. This is the ruse. They're just being caught up in it now because they're being questioned about it. So you have people like that, and I know I see it a lot in the health, fitness, and wellness industries. You have people that are built up, they are steroided out, they've used all kinds of growth hormone and anabolic performance-enhancing drugs to really toughen up, broaden, build out the exterior to protect the naked, afraid child within. So these two that are peddling this nonsense to low-confidence individuals in exchange for money, these are just spreading these false ideas and premises of actually improving your life by vibrating more rapidly, I guess, and having a positive mind frame in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Works sometimes, but is not the generally accepted rule for all.
I just said that when you asked me that the first time, so that's why I didn't even want to repeat the conversation.
You're teaching people Stoicism about vibrations. You can't name one philosopher other than Maximus who teaches
we
about
haven't
vibrational
spoke about
frequencies, a
this.
Stoic
Hey,
philosopher?
come on.
No,
So
it's not even about it's not about that one philosopher himself. It's about the idea of Stoicism and the practice of it. I don't really care about like the point you're trying to prove. The point I'm trying to say is a high vibrational mindset is the key to success. In my life strategy and what I've been doing, that's been working great for me. So whatever you're saying, I don't need to have a list of people to say, oh, this is like the way of
You
life.
don't need the architects
I
of
don't need that.
Stoicism, the
But if you
philosophers
go and
who claim
research
to
it,
teach
I'm
to
not
actually
wrong.
quote-
That's
you
why
can't
I'm
quote any of
saying-
them talking about vibrational
I'm just trying to
frequencies,
say
none
that
of
I'm
them.
not wrong what I'm saying. So if you want to prove me wrong, pull up the facts against me, because everything, if you've researched
I'm
this-
trying to. So here's
Well,
the
you're
thing.
not,
I'm
though.
willing.
You haven't.
So hang on.
ahead.
I'm absolutely willing, 100%, to claim that I'm incorrect. I love hearing other ideologies and philosophies, but I'm going to need a little bit more than Maximus the philosopher
I just
who talked
said.
about vibrational frequencies for me to even know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay.
For example, Alexander the Great, or
Okay, Alexander the Great never
all the
talked about
warriors like
vibrational
Salahuddin
frequencies.
Ayyubi. He talks about high vibration and how he was able to conquer Jerusalem during the 88 years of peace, versus right now where it's Israel and Palestine. There's this whole conflict going on.
The fuck does that have to do with
We're
anything?
going to start to leave it here, this first part of the Vibration Sisters, who they want Andrew to prove a negative. Prove that what they're saying is untrue. They can't cite anything logically, factually, scientifically to support that vibration is even a thing. Maybe if you got into perhaps quantum entanglement and some of the quantum mechanics and ideas that everything is everything and everything spawned from the Big Bang, you might have a theory, not something that we can prove, but that would be a little bit more substantive. You might even almost sell me, Andrew, and Brian on all this stuff. But you could see they get very frustrated, they get very angry, they get very defensive, they get very combative, they get very argumentative when you back them into the corner and they don't have an answer. They seem to be, don't take my word for it, but from 10,000 feet, it looks like these two charlatans are suffering from a very severe, uncurable case of Dunning-Kruger.